Game week 29 wildcard video. So if you're playing a chip this game week, or if you just need inspiration for your next transfers, or if you need some help navigating blank game week 31, this video will hopefully be helpful. Let's have a look. First, let's take a quick look at the schedule from game week 29 all the way until game week 38. So we have a couple of normal game weeks coming up. In game week 31, we have a blank. So we know that Man City, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Arsenal, they will blank in blank game week 31. So if you want to have a good game week this week, you will have to at least field 11 players. So try to avoid hits heading into blank game week 31. I think this can be a really good start if you want a green arrow in blank game week 31. So avoid having more than 3 players from Man City, Arsenal on the bench. Sell your Crystal Palace players, sell your Wolves players. So maximum 2 players from Arsenal, and you can potentially keep one of Erling Haaland or Semenyo. So avoid having more than 3 players from those teams. In game week 32, there will be a normal game week, and we will have the biggest double game week so far this season in double game week 33. The reason why this will be the biggest double game week is the fact that the Man City Crystal Palace fixture will most probably be played this game week, and all the teams that reach the FA Cup semi-final will blank in game week 34, and this fixture will be moved and played in game week 33. We can potentially see another small double game week in game week 36 and a blank in game week 37. So game week 37, this is the game week where the FA Cup will be played. So if the teams that reaches the FA Cup final are still competing in Europe, they will most probably have a blank in game week 37. This fixture can potentially be moved to game week 36, so there might be a blank and a double in the end of the season as well. So game week 38, no blanks, no doubles. This is the last game week of the season. So with this in mind, let's take a look at the wildcard team. In goal, I've gone for Kelleher, the Brentford goalkeeper. They have really good fixtures. Playing away against Bournemouth in game week 29 can potentially be a clean sheet. Dubravka is on the bench. He is the only starting 4.0 at the moment, so it makes sense having Dubravka on the bench. So Kelleher, there are other options. Of course, you can go for Petrovic. I think Alisson Becker is a solid option as well, but from Liverpool there are other players I'm interested in. So this is the reason why I've gone for Kelleher in goal. In defense, I've gone for Anderson. A really good fixture in game week 29, playing at home against West Ham. Only selected by 4.5% of the managers, so he can pick up clean sheets, and of course he can get defensive contributions as well. Anderson, he has some attacking threat, so I think that he potentially can be a really good asset at the end of the season. Gabriel is in as well, so not the best fixtures for Arsenal until the end of the season, but they are fighting for the title, and the Arsenal defense, they are heavily owned still. So if Arsenal keep a clean sheet, and if you don't have any cover from the Arsenal defense, your rank might take a hit. So Gabriel, he is in. The last defender in my starting 11 is Van Dijk. Considering the fixtures for Liverpool, really good fixtures, so I think that having a nailed on centre back for Liverpool that can pick up defensive contribution, he can contribute with attacking returns as well, so I think Van Dijk is a really good option at the moment. On the bench, I have Hill, really good value, only priced at 4 million, so starting centre back for Bournemouth, I think that he is a really good asset at the moment. I have Gudmundsson in as well, playing for Leeds. He is the cheapest starting player in FPL at the moment, only priced at 3.8, so I think that at least he lets you upgrade in other areas of your team, and you have a starter on your bench. So defense of Anderson, Gabriel, Van Dijk with Hill and Gudmundsson on the bench. In midfield, I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. Not the best fixture in game week 29, playing away against Newcastle, but he is the talisman for Man United on most set pieces, including penalties, and Man United, they have some good fixtures coming up as well. So Bruno Fernandes priced at 9.9, selected by 37% of the managers who would have him on a wildcard. The next player is another player with high ownership, Semenyo, really good form, not playing in the Champions League. We know that Man City, they have a lot of fixtures coming up, so I think that Semenyo will be one of those players that starts most games for Man City. 8.1 and an ownership of 52.5, but I think that Semenyo could be a really good asset. Be aware that Semenyo, he is one of those players that will blank in blank game week 31. I'll come back to this soon. The next midfielder is Harry Wilson, really good asset at the moment, selected by above 20% of the managers, so not a differential, but he is a really solid option, and Fulham, they have good fixtures coming up. The last player in midfield is Kevin Schade, really good fixtures for Brentford coming up, so I think that we should have at least one midfielder from Brentford. So we have Django Ouattara as well, who is a bit cheaper, but with this team, I have the possibility to bring in Kevin Schade. So I still think Django Ouattara is a really good option. So if you want other players, you can of course downgrade Kevin Schade to Django Ouattara and upgrade in other areas. But with this team, I think that Kevin Schade makes sense. On the bench, I have Tavernier as well. He got an assist against Sunderland in game week 28. Back from injury, played 10 minutes in game week 27, started in game week 28. I think that Tavernier is back. So before the injury, he was the talisman for Bournemouth and taking their penalty. So I think that Tavernier is a good option on a game week 29 wildcard. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, please consider giving this video a like. I have weekly Q&As, usually on Friday night, the night before the deadline. I post weekly team selection videos as well, with captain selection, updated watch list, and my transfer plans. And when I find the time, I have deadline streams as well. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. But let's take a look at the forwards as well. Up front, I've gone for Ekitike. He is one of the players with the best attacking stats, even though he hasn't really delivered as expected. But I think that considering the fixtures for Liverpool, at some point he will start scoring. So Ekitike, priced at 9 million, selected by 27.5% of the managers. I think that he should be included, playing against Wolves in game week 29. So this can potentially be a really good fixture for Liverpool and Ekitike. Erling Haaland, he is in as well. Home fixture against Nottingham Forest. Is still the most selected and the most expensive player in FPL. He will be heavily captain, and I think that he should be included on a wildcard. The last player in this team is Igor Thiago. Talked about the Brentford fixtures while discussing Kelleher and Kevin Schade. I think that Igor Thiago, considering that he is the talisman for Brentford, he will start up front, he will play close to 90 minutes, and he will be on penalty. So I think that Igor Thiago is a really good option at the moment. So strong team. Of course, I talked about the blank in blank game week 31. There are some players in this team that will blank. So I talked about Semenyo. Erling Haaland, of course, will blank as well. And the same goes for Gabriel. So with this team, we have 3 players that will blank in blank game week 31. So you don't really need to make any transfers before game week 31 to field 11 players. So you can just bench Erling Haaland, bench Semenyo, bench Gabriel, and play your bench. So you will of course get a couple of extra transfers ahead of blank game week 31 as well. So I think that you should be fine if you have those players in your game week 29 wildcard team. So please let me know what you think about this wildcard team in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content.